What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And the other day, there is this video circulating around of the Dalai Lama with the little bitty boy, right? And he's interacting with the little boy, and the interaction gets very strange, weird, gets very creepy, gets very disgusting. So, in the midst of him interacting with the boy, they're laughing and giggling. He kisses the boy on his lips. And then he sticks his tongue out his mouth and asks the boy to suck his tongue. Yes, you heard me correctly. Stuck his tongue out of his mouth and asked the little boy to suck his tongue. Right? I saw that video. I was weirded out. I was disgusted. I was creeped out. All of the above. But what's really crazy is the Dalai Lama is out here trying to sell it to us that he was just playing. Right? And he jokes and plays like that even in the public eye. It was just a joke. He was just jokingly playing and so on and so forth and all that. And he jokes with people a lot. Brother, you don't joke with nobody like that. That's not a joke. All right? Especially with a little itty bitty boy like that. You got some skeletons in your closet. You got something going on. Because that's weird. Like, for real. And I'm watching the video. When I watch it, I'm like, man, what is going on? Like, yo, this is real. This is pedophilia. For real. I know what I'm looking at. And you can't... See, I don't like when people... He try to pass it off. Because I'm like, how can he explain this? Oh, he just playing and all that. How you explain asking a child to suck your tongue? You can't act like you playing. That's pissing on people and telling everybody it's raining. You know, but this is... When I see stuff like this, because the Dalai Lama is looked at as this religious like entity or this deity, and that is a lesson to humans, to human beings, that we should not worship people. We shouldn't worship man. We should worship God. We should worship the Most High. That's it. That's all. If we don't worship no man, because men will let you man, not men. When I say men, I don't mean biologically men. I mean human beings will let you down all the time. The Most High God will not at all, right? So whether you believe in Jesus or whatever, I believe in Jesus Christ, you know. So that's the only person I'm gonna worship. Because looking like that, people revere the Dalai Lama and look at him like he is like, you know, just, they call him his holiness. And ain't nothing holy about what we saw in that video. It's creeped out. And that's why I'm like, we live in a society that is backwards. We live at times, when I see stuff like that, we live in a real corrupted society. You know, because a person who is looked at as a deity, and we shouldn't look at men as deities. We shouldn't look at human beings as deities, but he is looked at and revered as such. Look at everybody put him on a pedestal, and look what he got going on. Ain't no telling what's going on when we ain't watching, we ain't looking around. Because that happened in the public eye. And then I'm listening in the background, you got people laughing and clapping and playing. I'm like, what is so funny about what's happening in this video? None of the sort. From the kissing the boy on the lips to the sticking his tongue out his mouth and ask the boy to suck on his tongue. I'm like, yo, what is going on? That is disgusting. That is disgusting. You know, so I'm like, look at in the society we living in, you got people clapping at that, and he did that out in the open as if it was just like a regular day of the week. So, and nobody does it, because that ain't no plan. You grew up around people who played and joked and so on and so forth. You ain't never seen nothing like that, y'all. Never in your life. You ain't seen nothing like that and thought it was fine. If you ever seen something close to it, you thought it was disgusting. So we're not finna sit up here and act like the Dalai Lama he was just joking now. And we would see other people doing it, we were like, what the hell? You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. And me as a man who's raising 2 children, you look at that type of stuff like, wow. It really be a lot of the most revered individuals who does creepy, weird stuff like this. And it all ties back to me. I remember when I was a kid, how my mom would never let me and my sister spend a night at anybody's house who was not immediate family. Right? Immediate family that we've been knowing and growing up with all our life, and she know everything about them. Right? Know everything about them and who they are. So we spent a night at just my grandma, my granddad, with my grandma, my granddad, her sister, her 2 brothers, my uncles. You know what I mean? And pretty much that's it. I'm with my dad and stuff like that. Other than that, we looking like, nah, we ain't just spending the night at any and everybody's house. You know, because you don't never know what type of people are. So, but I'm looking at this video. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Oh, this is crazy. And again, the explanation he tried to give, like, no, that doesn't explain anything we saw in that video. How can you explain that? Kissing a child on the lips and asking a child to suck your tongue. Like, what is that's disgusting. How can you even sit and try to explain that at all to anybody? But again, this is a lesson to all and unfortunately that little boy had to go through that type of experience with a grown, elderly man. I mean, if he wasn't elderly, with a man or whatever, with an adult, it's terrible. Anybody, he would have had to go through that type of experience. But this is what happens when we place human beings on pedestals and look at them as just something beyond a human being. We start thinking that they are really that connected to God, and they are an extension of him. And they're not. Right? Even if a person is upright, even if they deliver the word to the people and they're good people, all they are is messengers. They relay messages to the public. But they're not an extension of God, of the Lord himself. Not at all. So, yeah, man, I saw this. I was just like, wow, I couldn't believe what I was seeing at all. But, in times today, certain things do not ultimately surprise me. And y'all know I was going to talk about it because I got on here and I berated a lot of other people who do things. I berated R. Kelly for his antics, and as I should have, and rightfully so, I berated him because he was out here targeting young black children, little black babies, little black girls. And I'm raising a little black girl, right? And so I addressed it, and people in my community was upset with me or whatever. But same way I addressed him, I'm going to address the Dalai Lama. Because he ain't even doing nothing in my community. But creepy and pedophilia is pedophilia, no matter who it's coming from. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.